Well, hello there, everyone. This is Renee here from Reborn Health, and I'm a nutritionist who help women ditch dieting and instead adopt a positive relationship with food, themselves, and their bodies. So, welcome. Today, we're talking about a very important topic, and that is how to honor your hunger and honor it in a way that actually starts to feel comfortable and builds that trust between you and what your body is telling you. Now, the reason why this is so important is when you have spent a long period of time dieting, you are so used to following the time of day, whatever your meal plan says to eat, how much and when, and following all these other rules and beliefs that really blunt that signal that your body is telling you. In fact, dieting often teaches us to have willpower and discipline over our hunger cues and to even just have a drink of water if you feel hungry, rather than actually going and honoring that hunger. So today I'm going to give you 3 steps to take that can help you to start to understand your hunger and honor it. And then if you would like further details, which go into a much more step-by-step basis and give you some actual exercises, I'm going to tell you at the end how you can get my hunger self-help guide. So welcome. So let's get started. So number 1 for the honoring your hunger is to understand that your hunger and fullness is on a scale. So if you look at really hungry being number 1 and number 10 being really full, and then you've got everything in between. So around about 4 or 5 is feeling just comfortable and satisfied. So there's going to be various levels of sensations that you are going to feel along that spectrum based on how much you're eating or how little you are eating. For example, if you are really hungry, you are probably going to have a rumbling stomach, irritable, lightheaded, moody, all of those kinds of things. On the other end of the spectrum, if you are feeling full, you are probably going to be feeling very physically uncomfortable. You might be sweating, you might be feeling very lethargic and needing to slow down. In fact, sometimes even feeling like you need to sleep. Now, everybody is going to have a different feeling and experience, and different foods are going to bring that on for you at different quantities, different types, and different times of the day. That's going to be very specific to you. So what I suggest in this step is that you start to get curious with the signals that your body is telling you. So even if you want to start journaling this, or even just keeping a mental note of the feelings and sensations that you get related to the kind of food that you're eating, how much you're eating, and all those kinds of things. Now, just to make it clear here, I'm not asking you to track your food here. It's more about tracking how you're feeling throughout the day and then what you are doing in response to that and whether it's making you feel better or worse. Do you get what I'm saying here? So this is about really starting to tap into that communication with your body and listening to what it's telling you. Now, bringing on to the second point, you're probably already thinking, well, how do I differentiate between the thoughts of being hungry and actual true hunger? Because there's so many times in diet culture where we're kind of taught to second guess that hunger cue. So this second step kind of takes that next layer where I really want you to start to trust and honor that hunger by eating, right? Now, a very common example that people show is they go, well, I've just eaten an hour ago. I just had breakfast an hour ago, and now I'm actually feeling like I'm hungry. Is that real hunger, or is this just my thoughts? Now, if you go back to the first step, what is your body telling you? Is your stomach rumbling? Are you feeling like you need to eat something? Are you feeling as though you're starting to get a little bit irritable or tired? Is it something that makes you feel as though I actually think I'm hungry here? Often our thoughts will try to veto that very true feeling by saying, well, no, it was only an hour ago that I had breakfast. But I want you to challenge that and go, well, how physically active were you yesterday that's now making you more hungry today? Is there something else going on, like your period's about to come and that's making you more hungry? Have you simply not eaten enough food, Was your breakfast maybe not as big or as satisfying as what you thought it was, so therefore you're hungrier now? Did you not get enough sleep the night before and that's driving your hunger? Are you more stressed and that's driving your hunger? So do you understand here? It's very important to honor those hunger feelings, but not second guess it. So if you feel that you're a little bit conflicted about whether it's your thoughts or true hunger, I want you to take a step back, have a think about what's occurred for you in the previous 24 hours with some of those examples I've mentioned, and go back to that first step and really kind of think about, well, what am I feeling in this moment? And do I feel as though this is something that is accurate, that I need to honor? And in almost all cases, yes, you should. So go and eat something. Okay, number 3, and the final thing that I want you to consider is a self-care nutrition backup plan. Now, what I mean by that is there are going to be times where you are going to be very busy, either in your work, so maybe you do shift work. Maybe you know that there's going to be a period of time where you're not going to be able to eat maybe for 4 or 5 hours. Maybe you've got to go into a meeting. Maybe you're going to be doing a lot of running around. Maybe you're driving somewhere, whatever it happens to be. And you may not be quite hungry, but you know that if you don't eat, that it's going to be so much worse down the track. So what you can do is prepare yourself to have that self-care of having food that's going to nourish you before you start to feel too hungry. So you may not feel hungry right in that moment where you're eating, but you know that if you didn't, you're going to be feeling like a 1 or 2 on that hunger scale. So it's kind of being that proactive eater in honoring that hunger. Does that make sense? So it's preempting that you're going to be a bit more stressed. You're not going to have time to eat. You're going to be busier than usual and eating even though you know that you're not hungry at that time. Okay? So I hope that makes sense for you. What I have prepared for all of you is in a guide. I have got some really great tips and strategies for building that self-care nutrition kit with some suggestions that can help you with some snacks and main meals in terms of making it feel sustainable to keep you going for a number of hours. Also giving you that scale of 1 to 10 with your fullness and some exercise to really help you understand your body's cues and trust it. The biggest tip that I want you to take away today is if you do feel hungry, I want you to honor it. I want you to honor it because so many times we're taught to have discipline, willpower, and just to shut it out. And absolutely under no circumstances do I want you to have a drink of water instead of eating. My friends, if you are hungry, eat. If you are thirsty, drink. You do not need to drink water in terms to feel or to fill that void of being hungry, okay? Now, if you'd like to get a hold of that guide that I am referring to, you can head to my website and join my mailing list where I will be happily enough to send it to you. Or get in touch with me, send me a message, comment below this video, and I will send you the link also. Okay, bye for now, and I hope you have a lovely week ahead. Okay, bye.